Guys, my name is Niels, and today we're going to be talking about the newest album by Chvrches, titled Love is Dead. Chvrches are a synth-pop group hailing from Glasgow, Scotland. They have released their debut album in 2013 titled The Bones of What You Believe In. A great slice of some well-produced synth-pop with tight melodies and grooves, and could easily be called one of the best albums of 2013. And then 2 years later, they released Every Eye Open, which I thought was even better, and is probably one of the best pop albums of the decade, and easily one of the best of 2015. And now, a couple months ago, they released their new album, Love is Dead. How did it go? I'm conflicted. Seriously, I was pretty worried about this album. Not to say that the album is bad. It's definitely not bad at all. But I don't think this album was all that memorable for some parts, and that's really disappointing. But I do have to admit that there are some quality songs on here. Especially the song Wonderland, which in my opinion has one of the best choruses I've heard all year. And it sounds stunning as hell. It's easily one of the best pop songs I've heard all year, hands down. Hands down. With Get Out being a pretty close second. I actually like the buzzy synth tones on the song. But there's also a bad side to the album, and really the bad side is just a mediocre side because, my god, some of the songs on the album are pretty darn forgettable. Like, for example, the song Never Say Die, which is just a basic pop song. Not anything unique or anything, it's pretty mediocre. But the worst song on the album is especially Lyrical Miracle. The song's called Miracle. It's the worst song on the album. Which is probably the group's most annoying song they've ever made. The pre-chorus was pretty garbage. And the chorus is also pretty basic. And then the vocal chops on the later part of the song is also just pretty annoying. Especially when they actually went for a higher part. In fact, the vocal chops got very repetitive. And that's probably the worst part of the song. But yeah, really mediocre song. Easily the worst song Chvrches have done. So yeah. Oh, and this. The distortion on her... Yeah, that part pretty annoyed me. If you ask me, could I let you know? Fuck off. Hey, future Niels here, and I won't say to past Niels that it's if you feel it, could you let me know? Dickhead. So overall, this album is decent, but compared to the rest of their albums, the other two, this album can just be seen as a bit more lesser than the previous albums, because of course, and it definitely doesn't stand out in their discography. So overall, I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10.